So thank you, Taonga, for coming here and for bringing this interview. And I would like to know what are the things that you're doing, how the art is, how the art is related, how you work and engage with the children that are in street related or street living. How this works.
Thank you. So I work for an organization back home in Zambia. So Zambia in Southern Africa, in the southern part of Africa. And the organization is called Barefeet. So Barefeet is an organization that works with young people. These are children who live on the street. They live there, they left their homes because of one or two reasons. And one of the major reasons can be child abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, things like that. We also work with children who are at risk of leaving their homes to go to live on the street. So these children are vulnerable children. We use art, we use theater, we use dance, we use African games, Zambian storytelling for the children to learn, for the children to relate their day-to-day lives with the stories that we share with them. We use the character because we use characters of people's behavior that exist in the communities where they come from, for them to be able to learn, for them to be able to know that, oh, so this type of character is not good for the community. This type of character is good for the community. We can learn from this character. We can't learn anything positive from this other character. So we use theater for development. So theater for development, we believe, is a powerful tool for us as Barefeet. We believe in that because it creates a platform for the children to express themselves, to speak out their mind, for the children to be allowed to be children. Because where I come from, in Africa, Zambia in particular, sometimes we want the children to grow fast. We forget that they are children. So Barefeet allows them to be children. So they become children, they express themselves, and they share their lives, they share their plight, they share the difficulties they face every day.
Okay, and how, because sometimes people think like, okay, if you are going to theater, you have to represent this character and you have to memorize something and you have to do and you have to behave like this. So what's the difference with the kind of theater that you use?
The type of theater that we use, yes, we use the same theater for development because theater for development is broad. People use it differently. Our type of theater, the theater that we use, we like to devise. We just create scenarios, or we bring in an imagination. Then the children will play around that imagination. Then they will create something out of it. Our job is to help them realize a good piece of art by the end of the day. So whatever they are doing, whatever they are creating as we are devising there's someone who's taking note of the beautiful lines that come out of their mouths. Yes, so then we end up having productions. And every year we have a festival where we bring children together. Over 2,000 children come. Yes, they come, they meet. Usually it is in Lusaka, the capital city. But they come from Southern Province, they come from Western Province of the country, from the Copper Belt Province, from the Central. They meet and showcase the works that we do with them. So it is really powerful. And every year, as I'm going back to Zambia, my team is already busy creating a piece of art. Every year we have a Christmas play. So it's a present to the children, especially these children who do not have an opportunity to experience Christmas, who have never experienced the presence of Santa Claus. But Barefeet, in a way, creates that for them. So Barefeet creates an atmosphere for them at least to experience something positive in their lives.
Okay. So, about your presentation here, is just about the teaching us how to do this or where to do this, or is the principles, or what is the core of your presentation?
Yeah, the core of my presentation here is just in line with the theme, creating a safe environment for all. Okay, so I came up with a workshop when I was informed about this conference. Then I came up with my workshop. When I planned it, I thought of what name am I going to give it. So I thought of saying my island, our home. Meaning that it's my island. Yes, I have my island. This is my territory. But for it being a territory for me, it should also be home. It should also be a home for everyone else from outside to come and live with me in peace, because I believe on my own I'll never enjoy. I have to enjoy with the people around me, with the people coming from a distance. Now, we are living in a world where things are very difficult every time we hear of stories. Last evening, yesterday, as we were having dinner, someone asked me a question. Why should someone think of bringing more children to this earth? For me, that is a very important question. And a lot of people ask the same question. People ask questions because there's no peace. But what we need to know is that peace is something which is very important. We need to live peacefully. Peace is like a seed.
Okay.
We have to plant it, we have to nurture it, we have to water it every time.
So where do you get the seed to plant it?
Yes, and it has to be planted into people's minds.
Okay.
That we need to have this peace. With misunderstandings, we'll lose peace. With selfish minds, we'll lose the peace. Peace should be something that should be taken care of. Everyone has the responsibility to take care of this, which we call peace.
Okay.
Losing that responsibility, especially the way we react to things, when something happens, it's a situation, it has happened, it's history. What remains is our thoughts, the thoughts that start to develop after a situation, and that is where we can lose peace if we are not careful.
Okay, so I have a question now. So suppose that you have your peace in your mind, inside of you. How to share that peace? Because some people say, I want to meditate, I have my peace in my mind and I'm in peace, but this is my peace and it will be selfish? Or, but how can I share this peace?
Very
How
good.
related with the theater?
That's a good question. How is it related with theater? The theater that we do. It is related because we are coexisting here on earth. So as we are coexisting, it is very important for us to be mindful, especially of others. We need to share the peace. You can't have the peace for yourself only. Peace must be shared. Peace must belong to the community. Everyone must play a role. Everyone has a responsibility to see to it that peace is upheld. Peace exists in this environment. You can imagine an island. We're living in you imagine an island where birds are free. They can fly freely. Animals can feed. Giraffes can browse freely. Human beings can play around, can enjoy the colors they see every day without restrictions. You bring in restrictions, then a selfish mind is developed. Then there will be no peace, because sometimes if you do not agree with the others, with nature, with the animals around or other living things around, you lose the peace. You create conflict.
How to share in this world this?
Huh?
How to share in this world the peace? Like
how do you share? So that's where art comes in. As artists, we feel happy because we are free, we speak our mind, we use characters. When I'm on stage performing, acting, I'm not Taonga, I'm something else, I'm a character. So I'll have no case to answer to anyone. And we have to learn from that because we relate. What we watch on TVs, what we watch on the stage, try by all means to relate it to our minds, to our day-to-day lives.
Okay.
And be able to know what is good for us, what is good for human consumption, what is good for other living things out there, for us to continue enjoying the peace that we do, for us to continue having hope and belief that I will plant a seed today and tomorrow I will enjoy the harvest. Okay. Many people around the world are not enjoying that. They've never seen their children grow because once war starts, someone is running in this direction, the other one is running to that direction because they've lost the peace.
Okay. So just to end, what will be the most passionate thing that is for you to sharing through the theater or through art?
The most passionate thing would be, for me, I'm not here to teach because I'm not a teacher. I'm just a facilitator. I'm here to learn. I'm here to share. And it will be a very interactive workshop with the people. A lot of answers. The audience, the participants will find answers themselves. I will help to lead them. I'll be the driver. And it will be nice because I'll share our way of works as I've learned from others from their workshops. So for me, it is, I'm excited. I'm very happy. I'm looking forward to my workshop. And I want them by the end of the day to leave with a message that peace is in our minds. Peace. Everyone has a responsibility to make sure that there is peace. And action starts now to see to it that everyone enjoys the peace, especially the children. Because we want to make sure, I want the participants to realize that when we lose this peace, women and children are the most vulnerable.
Okay.
I'm coming from Zambia. Just a few weeks ago, over 5,000 people have run away from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. They've gotten into Zambia as refugees. But why? Okay, it's the same peace that we're talking about. So as artists, we are there to provoke their people's minds, to make them realize that we have a role to play.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I will have now the responsibility to be peace inside of me and share this peace. Okay. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
Sisi.